If you hated Brian Norman so much, I thought you guys loved him. We would have stopped him. We would have laid him out. We would have applied even more pressure. But when he was on his back and Devin stood over him, I thought that you guys would have been happy with that. But now I seen that everybody is saying blood, blood, blood. Listen, let's not get any more graphic because we want it to get out to all the listeners that what's really going on. I mean, what kind of performance when you step up? You fight a champion in George Kambosos over in Australia. I mean, listen, let's be honest. Lomachenko ducked the fade. Lomachenko didn't want to go to Australia after George Kambosos put that hellacious ass whipping on Teofimo Lopez. And now we're building Teofimo Lopez up to be the guy that he is. Okay, I don't have any problem with it. May him and Shakur fight for the 140-pound title. And whenever they get through, the 147-pound division is filled with a bunch of smoke, and it's Devin the Dream Haney, a.k.a. Debo. Now,
Okay. Let me ask you, when you're watching your son's fight, when you're living it, again, you're reliving it, you're watching it, you're enjoying the performance against Brian Norman, and I thought it was phenomenal, and you know I have great respect and admiration for your son, and they keep cutting to Conor Benn yawning and sleeping on Eddie Hearn's shoulders. How do you feel about that?
Well, I didn't know what kind of, you know what I mean? I'm a guy that's I'm open to a lot of things. I don't know if that was a section where it was the soft porn. I don't know what was going on, but it looked real suspect to me. It didn't look like energy coming from a real UK fighter during a fight. Now, listen, when you got a chance to see all the different, if you understand pugilism, if you understand boxing, then you understand that Devin stood right in front of the guy. If you go back and look at it, you look and see who was doing the grabbing. Was it Devin or was it Brian Norman? Ariel, you tell me.
And anybody else that is sending out any messages that they're going to fill in or they're going to do any of that, they can't do any of that. You know what I mean? So I don't care to go back and forth because I knew that that's what they wanted it to do. They want to talk about Devin when he got a fight lined up. You know, just put yourself in there and say, well, if they back out, and we're going to talk about that. No, we're not going to talk about that. And I didn't want to talk about that. And it's not that I would never entertain a fight between him and Devin. That's completely false and completely untrue. What I'll never do is think that Shakur Stevenson's word in business means anything when he's talking to me. You know, you've seen unethical.
You dig what I'm saying? The first thing that I don't even know how it happened because we thought that we was getting points. You dig what I mean? Because Core is a Olympic. Core always then got in on Devin. Nigga, are you tripping? You niggas, y'all. Nigga, the whole shit started because it was live that we're in there with Core. Not Core is getting out on us. Like, he's the big nigga. He's the big homie in the shit. It was never. We would always, nigga, first the gap was like this. The gap got closer, it always got. If you got off any with Core, it was a plus. If you just had a good day, that's how it was with him. All the way up until now, brother. That's why I told him, I said, inside the weight classes, when we moving, just like niggas is moving now, brother, if it's too hot at 30, we already ready to go to 40, brother.
Who you see as your partner that would be a super fight? You know, Floyd had Manny, Sugar Ray Leonard had Tommy Hearns. I mean, you was linked to Tank for so long. It looked like that's never gonna happen. But
yeah, I don't see that fight. I don't see that fight happening. I don't see that fight ever happening. But still, guys like Shakur, still got Ryan Garcia. Is a huge fight. It's a lot of guys coming up. They make a new guy every day.
So now they gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about people who said they're going to always try to stay 2 weight classes above us. Right. But that's it. The person who said it know who said it. I'm going to kick it back in and whatnot.
Right. What's good, Just Do family? It's your boy KB, back to get boxing as Just Do. This your first time on the channel, smash the like button, sub to the channel, hit that bell icon, and if you're rocking with the video, make sure you scroll over to the right and hype the video, man, so we could push this out to the masses. Let's get right to it, man. So, just the other day, Bill Haney, the famous Bill Haney, 40 mil Bill is what they call him. Shout out to my bro Dean, but 40 mil Bill he did a show, he did an interview with Ariel Hawani, and he briefly spoke about their victory, they being Devin Haney's victory over Brian Norman Jr. a couple weekends ago. And he went on to say to, let Shakur and T.O. fight at 140. But then when they're done, the winner, I guess, is smoked for them at 147, waiting for them by the name of Debo Dev, So, look, the real reason these guys, I think, in my opinion, respect to Devin Haney, I think he'll fight anybody, right? But I think it's all about timing, prioritizing and things of that nature, right? But he got the heart of a lion. I'll give him credit for it, man. I think he'll fight them all. But you seen the clip from Wally Moses. That clip was slightly before Shakur fought Zepeda. So he put it out there that, look, these guys said they was gonna stay two weight classes away. And with Shakur being a 35-pounder and, possibly going back down to 135 after this fight with T.O., they're 2 weight classes away, and conveniently they're calling Shakur out again, or they're mentioning him again. My thing is this is always going to be a great fight if it could ever happen. I mentioned this in a previous video, but I just hope for the sake of boxing and the fans, man, and the fighters involved, that we don't get another 25% situation where guys are not, seemingly really trying to make a fight and they're flexing and doing this shit for the media. I really don't want to see that. But, I like the fight. I like the ideal of it. But I'm going to just be honest. The real reason I think, Bill is speaking the name now is because he knows what Shakur is doing. He knows Shakur is lining himself up to be great, to be a 4-division champion, man. He'd be a really good win on his resume if he defeats Teofimo. And why wouldn't Devin Haney want to fight a guy that's a 4-division champion, former unified, silver medalist in the Olympics, right? The list goes on, right? It'll be a great fight, but I think they're comfortably sitting 2 weight classes away until Shakur makes his 140-pound debut. They're 2 weight classes away, as Wally Moses stated. And now, like I said before, they found their tongue again, and they're speaking Shakur Stevenson's name. He also said Teofimo, the winner of either guy, but Teo has expressed thoughts of going up at 47. So you just never know what will happen, man. Any of these 3 guys getting in the ring, mixing it up, it'd be 50-50 fights for real. They're world-class talents, man, and I just want to see the best fight the best. Like I stated in a previous video, man, Shakur and Devin had sparring way back years ago that went viral, and it always left people wanting to see that fight. A lot of people got excited around the time that 25% situation came about, but then we were all let down when we seen that when it came time to put some action behind them words and allow the sanctioning bodies to make a decision on what the split would be. Devin Haney, respectfully, he vacated the titles, and rightfully so, because he was cooked at the weight class, as I stated on numerous occasions. But now, with Shakur venturing off to 140 to fight Teofimo, with him throwing his name in the hat with guys like Conor Ben, you got people asking, hey, man, if you could fight Conor Ben at 47, you could fight Devin Haney. And I'm okay with it. I want to see the best fighting the best. Look, Devin Haney proved a lot of people wrong when he defeated Brian Norman, myself included. And I knew his name was going to be in the mix with other big fights. I knew this. So, look, Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, they got some unfinished business. I just hope that everybody and all parties involved, if that opportunity presents itself, will be, 100% committed to making a fight and may the best man win. It's not going to be easy to beat a guy like Shakur Stevenson. I know they're feeling like they got the weight advantage. They're sitting comfortably at 147 pounds. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like they're getting vocal again about this fight being a potential, fight down the line. I mean, the stars are aligning. Maybe we do get this at some point in time, but you never know, man. But that's my thoughts, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. Is Bill Haney loud and proud for a reason, man? Or is it going to get hot and they're going to be willing to go to 54 if Core go up to 47, man? But as always, let me know if I gave boxing to Just Do, because that's what I do over at Just Do Boxing. To the next one, I'm out. Peace.